A man once shot his business rival during a fight over a roadside sign, and you definitely know his face. In the early 1930s, a man was running a petrol station on a stretch of road in small-town America. For now, we'll call him Mr. X. He wasn't famous yet, he wasn't wearing his famous suit yet, and he definitely wasn't the face of a global franchise empire. At this point, he was just trying to get drivers off the road and into his petrol station. So he painted a sign nearby to direct people to his business. Seems fairly normal. Except there was another petrol station owner down the road called Matt Stewart. And Stewart did not appreciate this sign, because in the world of 1930s roadside businesses, a painted sign could mean the difference between customers stopping at your station or driving straight past you and spending their money with the other guy. So Stewart started to paint over this sign, not once, repeatedly, which was basically 1930s petrol station warfare. No emails, no mediation, no passive-aggressive Facebook posts, just a man with paint and absolutely no interest in letting his rival advertise his business. Mr. X warned him to stop, but on the 7th of May 1931, a young boy came running over to tell him that Stewart was doing it again. So Mr. X gets into his car with 2 company employees, Robert Gibson and H.D. Shelbourne, and went to confront him. Now, in a sensible world, this ends with some shouting, maybe a bit of finger pointing, and everyone goes home furious. But that's not what happened. When they arrived, the argument turns into a shootout. Now, accounts differ slightly on exactly who fired first, but during this confrontation, Matt Stewart shot Robert Gibson, and Gibson died before reaching the hospital. Mr. X fires back and shoots Stewart. Stewart survives, but he was then later convicted of murdering Gibson and sent to prison. And the petrol station owner, Mr. X, he wasn't convicted. He carried on running his roadside business and he kept serving hot food to hungry travelers. Word started spreading. People weren't just stopping for petrol anymore, they were stopping for the food. Eventually, the little roadside setup grew into a proper restaurant and even a motel. And his cooking became so well known after that. A few years later, the governor gave him an honorary title. Not a military title, more of a ceremonial, you've done something really good for the state kind of title. And that title was Kentucky Colonel. Because Mr. X, the petrol station owner, was none other than Harlan Sanders, better known as Colonel Sanders, the man on the KFC bucket. So yes, before the white suit, before the secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices, Colonel Sanders was involved in a deadly shootout over a road sign dispute. True story. Okay, bye.